Alright, Smackdown's over, guys. The Smackdown reviews are back, okay? The Smackdown review. The past few Smackdowns have been super buns, okay? And, how do I say this? If you weren't watching my stream crashed halfway through Smackdown, so I'm gonna, half of the show I'm gonna be really great on, rest of the half towards the end, I'm gonna be kind of iffy on, so don't fact check me on some of this stuff. I had to watch after. Uh, but we'll get back to it. I'll still be able to go live for Monday Night Raw, but I digress. SmackDown's over. Time for the review. First things first for the SmackDown review is the Bloodline. So I guess SmackDown is the continuation of the Bloodline. So does that mean Jacob's still a part of SmackDown roster? If so, okay, that means either. Well, that doesn't really tell me if Jacob's gonna win or not, because he's been on both sides. Uh, they start off the show with Jacob going out there, but before he can say anything, you had the Usos go out there as well, and the Usos told him to pull out of the match. Yo, pause. They told Jacob to pull out. They told him to pull out of the match and not do the match with Roman. That Roman's too big and strong, and then Jacob says, "You don't think I can handle Roman?" And then they said, "Prove it." And Solo goes out there and basically says, if you want to take down Roman, you're going to need an army. And he points at the Usos. And then Solo's like, I have an army. He says, you should take after me. I'm a guy who pinned Roman. And I'm a guy who pinned you too. I pinned both of your asses. And, I mean, Solo's not wrong, though. Solo ain't wrong. He did pin both of them. Uh, He's not wrong. This caused Solo and Jacob to main event the show with the match, which we'll get into on what happened during the match. Next up, we had Julia and Kiana James be interviewed, and it seemed like they were having a rocky conversation, those two, and the fact that Kiana was like, kind of like looking at Julia like, "What the hell? I'm your friend. What are you doing with me?" Hinting kind of at like a breakup, I guess. I don't know. I don't know what WWE's plans with Julia and Kiana is, but yeah, basically hinting like at a breakup, I guess you'd say. But the U.S. title match did happen. I honestly thought it would main event the show, but I guess I was wrong. But you know, uh, it was a great match, honestly. Fantastic match. You know, Uh, not much I can say because it was just honestly a great match. I can say it should have been on the Mania card, but if it was, it would have gotten like 2 minutes. So, kind of got. I know a lot of people were like it should have been on Mania. Kind of glad it wasn't. Got more time to be a match for the women. Uh, yeah, got a lot of more time to be a match for the women. Tiffany Stratton ended up picking up the win. She pinned Julia and is now the new United States champion. They interviewed her. She said basically like she's been through a lot of ups and downs, missing the Mania card, losing her title, but she got her momentum back with winning the U.S. title, which I agree with. That is a great way to win back your momentum. And then we had Paige and Brie Bella go out there and cut a promo basically saying they're back and they're running the division again and that they basically still got it. And we had Charlexa go out there and say that if you guys still have it, then face us in a match, which they accepted, which turned out to be a really great match. Showed that even though yes they are supposedly veterans, they technically are not because of their age. Like they're not. Like Paige isn't old. She barely turned into her 30s, by the way. Like if you want to look it up and all that, she barely is just hit 30. No, I can't say barely. She's been 30. She's 33, but like still on the younger side of the 30s. Uh, it was a great match. Ended in a DQ because we had the debut of Fatal Influence as they attacked the tag team division. I guess yeah, I guess they were gonna be included in there. Uh, mhm. Next up, we had the Cody Rhodes segment. I didn't expect much from this. I thought he would have responded with CM Punk said, but instead he didn't. It was just him basically telling TKO to suck it. Wait, this is throwing up next to suck it, basically. Because he defeated every person that TKO tried to throw in there. Um, what he defeated The Rock, Travis Scott. Who else was there? Pat McAfee this year. He's basically outplayed each TKO thing. So he's like, bring your best, TKO. Bring your best, cause I can beat your best. That's literally pretty much it. Like, I know that SmackDown is 3 hours, but they somehow do less with 3 hours. I don't know how to explain it. Like, they basically do less with 3 hours. Either that, I'm just not yapping enough. I guess I just not am not yapping enough, because I wouldn't say it's not me yapping enough. It's more of there's not more headliners, not enough main things to talk about with it. Especially since WrestleMania just ended, so they're probably like picking up. But you literally have a pay per view in like a week. Next Saturday, I think it is. The ninth? Yeah, I think it's next Saturday. No, not next Saturday. Is it next Saturday? I think we have one more. Yeah, in 2 weeks. And Deborah, you got to pick up the pace, buddy, because we shouldn't be having mediocre SmackDowns. But then again, we did have debuts. Well, technically we didn't. We had promos for debuts for next week, so next week should pick up a lot, actually. But after that, we had the men's tag team where it was Damian Priest and R-Truth versus the MFTs. Uh, I don't know where to put this because it wasn't that great, honestly, due to the fact that WWE did a lot of releases recently. I don't know if I'll do a video on that. It's kind of hard to talk about it because no one likes that. No one likes releases. But it's kind of hard because the tag team division was considered the best thing to be going on WWE television. But now it's completely dead. It is completely dead. Like, can you name me another tag team besides Fraxium? I can't even say Motor Machine Guns. They're gone. Fraxium, the blood, the no, not the Bloodline, because MFTs, and then Damian Priest and R-Truth. I don't think you can. Hold on, is there another one? Let me think. Los Garzas, LWO, Hakeem Wild. Mm, I think that's literally it. But Damian Priest and R-Truth picked up the win. They ended up retaining the titles. After that, we had Trick Williams go out there do his celebration with the promo package. Um, and then he went out there and himself with the Gingerbread Man, who is now being referred to as GBM by Little Yachty calling him that. It was funny. He went out there, celebrated with them as Trick Williams was doing his promo. Little Yachty was just being like a hype man, you would say. Yeah, he was just being a hype man. Uh, and then as the segment went on, we had Sami Zayn reveal himself to be in the gingerbread costume after hitting Trick Williams and then hitting Little Yachty, and he was getting thunderous boos. No one likes Sami Zayn at all. Nobody. Nobody likes Sami Zayn. I guess Sami, you have to turn heel. Uh, Another surprising thing was after that moment we had the promo package with promo package for Blake Monroe with her call up. Her debut is going to be next week on SmackDown. About time. Honestly, she should have been one of the people to come up even before going without even going to NXT, just because so many people knew her. Blake Monroe is gonna be a star. I tell you, I hope the first thing she does is confront Tiffany Stratton. That's what I hope happens. Tiffany versus Blake would be a great feud, especially if you throw in a little Chelsea Green in there. Ooh, give me that. I love that as a feud. That'd be a great idea, WWE. Then there was Danhausen versus The Miz. Uh, it was amazing, bro. Danhausen came out with his little mobile. You know, I love that thing. He has to come out with it every Friday Night SmackDown, every Monday Night Raw. You come out in that what do you call it? The Curse Mobile, the Housing Mobile, the Mobile Housing. I don't know. There's a lot of names you can come up with that damn car, but it was a cool match. Trick Williams and The Miz were out there posing, and Danhausen says, "You are cursed," and curses them, and then a bunch of pyro just explodes in their face. Kit Wilson and Miz's face, and they both go down as Danhausen picks up the win and runs out of the ring in hilarious fashion. And yeah, it was a good match. It was funny because in the beginning they did the tail of the taping, but instead, it wasn't normal. It was like curse rate, 100%. Danhausen said he was 6'8", 300 pounds, and had a size 26 shoe. And then the Miz said, won a one-on-one match undetected, or last one-on-one match win with the Miz undetected. Uh, yeah, it was pretty hilarious. Denhausen, keep doing what you're doing. Sorry for the yawn. It's pretty late here, and I gotta film. I'm filming this, then I gotta edit. Your boy is getting it done. Trust the process. That ever sounds familiar? Uh, Then we had Rhea Ripley go out there celebrating her win against Jade Cargill. Jade wasn't there, hinting maybe Jade's taking time off. I don't know, or either Jade's just gonna return next week. But then as Jade Cargill or as Rhea's doing her little thingamabobs, we had Fatal Influence go out there to the biggest, loudest nuclear boos I've ever heard in a while. They are stars. Texas, you made Fatal Influence stars, especially I almost called her Jessie Jane. JC Jane. Oh my God, she is going to be a future star. Her and Rhea, their feud is gonna go skyrocketing, and they're gonna have a great feud. I can taste it already. Yep, they're gonna have a great feud. The match was amazing. Actually, that was when I was like, they're gonna have a great feud. But it ended with shenanigans. Fatal Influence getting involved, helping JC Jane as she was almost about to lose to Rhea. I loved it. Made Rhea look strong. Made JC Jane not lose. That was the perfect way to end it. Then we had a video package for Ricky Saints. Yes, he is getting called up to the main roster. I heard this report that the CW was getting sad about the amount of stars they were losing, and they wanted Ricky Saints to at least stay in NXT for another year. But I guess not. I guess that it was like, good luck, CW. You're on your own. And I guess Ricky Saints is coming next week. Oh, Ricky Saints calls out Cody Rhodes. I really do. I hope he does. Cody versus Ricky is going to be an insane feud. Trust me. Their feud is going to be amazing. And Ricky Saints in the main roster. Amazing. Another guy who should have been just automatically in the main roster right away instead of going down to NXT. Don't know why they did it. I don't know. But we're moving on to the main event of the show, which is Jacob Fatu versus Solo Sikoa. It was a normal Solo versus Jacob match. Like, there was no difference, nothing cooler about this one. Just that MFTs kept getting involved. Excuse me. MFTs kept getting involved. Uh, the Usos came out. They didn't interfere. The only thing they did was watch. Basically, like, when there's shows with kings and queens, they send the messenger out to go observe and all that. Or they felt like scouters. That's what they felt like, scouters. Seeing what Jacob Fatu can do. Seeing if Jacob is a problem for Roman. Which, I don't know yet if they're heels, baby faces, or what. Uh, but yeah, it ended with Jacob picking up the win against Solo Sikoa, and Jacob taking out all of the MFTs, standing tall, beating them all up, taking them all out one at a time, uh, and then the Usos just watched. They just smiled and said, like, basically saying, I guess you're ready. I guess you're feeling yourself that you can take on Roman, which I don't know if a lot of people are going to talk about this, but they panned over to Solo Sikoa, who was laughing at the whole situation. Still, again, making me wonder what the plan is with the Bloodline storyline. I don't know if it's just going to be a one-time thing, just a 1 month thing or 2 month. But I hope it's not all bloodline storytelling and fighting this whole summer. I need Roman Reigns versus new faces, new people. Uh, yeah, that's SmackDown for April 24th. Hope you guys enjoyed. I had fun watching it halfway through, and then all my stream and stuff crashed. Can we just have a quick moment of silence for my stream? Hold on. Can we have a moment of silence for my stream crashing today and me missing SmackDown with the 10 bell salute? Wait. We gotta give me some sunglasses. What do I do with my sunglasses, chat? I don't know what I do with my sunglasses. Oh no. What is the 10? Okay. 10 bell salute. Okay, you ready? Chat, it's not playing. Okay, that's a video. Goodbye.